Hello, I am the cartoonist M. Rashid. Today's cartoon is a caricature mocking of somebody that was posting a string of comments under my videos. The particular comment that this one is parroting was clearly trying to trigger me into attacking him. You know, I'm a cartoonist with a background in caricature, so this is what I do. So you can't really consider this an attack. I'm just using it to highlight what he said and how it comes across. I have no idea what this guy looks like, so my the caricature is just based on the impression of what he wrote and how it came across to me. You know, he didn't watch the videos. He's not actually addressing my message. He just got triggered from seeing a black guy in the platform speaking his opinion, and he saw the title and responded to the title using his folio of white supremacist mythology rhetoric. And that's it. You know, he's just putting that stuff out there confidently as if it's the truth, cussing at me. It means absolutely nothing outside of he's a propagandist of the white supremacist ideology. That's all it means. I am not one to take that rhetoric seriously at face value. I don't believe in it. I know too much about the history of it to accept it the way, he's presenting it. Like his quality of argument is at the lowest level. He doesn't have an argument. He doesn't have the wit or the charisma or the he lacks the ability to put forth his opinions in a way to draw you in. He's not trying to do that. His entire point is as a troll. Just post it there, hoping that it triggers me into attacking him, and just being all out there about it. So he can be using his buzzwords like chimping out and stuff like that the way they do. That's his entire point. So the other day I mentioned that I'm seeing these kind of comments under them, particularly on this particular channel, the BitChute ones, where there, other than one notable one where the guy really actually tried to engage. The rest of them are like the lowest level goon squad, just trying to say stuff. The ones who post we, and then the next one come and say was, and then the next one's Kangs. Those guys, they have no actual argument. No, they bring zero value other than the fill space virtue signal as we're part of team this is our team. Look at us go team. That's the sole purpose of those kind of posts. They lack value for me. I don't, I did a few cartoons that were just filler, just to poke fun at them. Guys, I see you. Now what? So if they do try to engage, it'll be on the level of, you moron, can't you see that whites are the best? Can't you see that, you moron? That's the level of their discourse. And it's funny, but what am I supposed to do with that? This is the Goon Squad. This is the lowest tier. If it was a video game, it would just be, just thump on the Goomba and keep it walking. They're obviously perfectly happy being at that stage. They don't read. They don't care. They don't actually want to engage. They don't believe in the art of persuasion. None of that. Nothing high level. Nothing even basic. Now, but they can be used as a tool by the higher ranking white racist aristocracy. They can be like gathered and directed to do stuff. And my first art page on Facebook was deleted from that group in force, showing up and like abusing Facebook's like reporting system, and then just got my thing over that the original hashtag when the aliens come cartoon. That's the one that triggered them, and they were like, "How dare you like throw our nonsense back in our face?" And then came and got my thing deleted. So I didn't like having my page deleted, but they were right about me fascinated by the attention. I'm like, wow, look at them go. I'm like, really? Take notes. So, in a lot of ways, where I end up going in editorial cartoons and stuff like that, I was unsure at a certain point, and then that's one of the events that like made me, oh, okay, I'm sure. Nothing that's getting this kind of attention should be avoided. This is how they are. Therefore, this is the path that needs to go. If they're not responding, then you're on the wrong path, or you've taken the coward's path. So, I'm a artist, and the body of information that I draw upon, that I express through my art, is anti-racism scholarship, the anti-racism literature. It is the activism for my Black American ethnic groups' economic uplift. That body of information, those threads, is what inspires my art right now. Like, I'm really into it. I touched on it a little bit when I was just doing genre with my Monsters 101 comic, and then particularly in book 6. But I wasn't full force into it, and I didn't realize how fulfilling as an artist it could be to have that kind of purpose in my art. So these guys, if I put it out there and it hits the ground like a stone and don't move, and they barely notice, and they're like, oh, that would mean that I'm not doing it right. But when I do it, and these particular guys get triggered, that means I'm doing it right. I'm not going to get triggered to the point of like screaming and hollering and stuff in that way. I am absolutely passionate about the material. You've seen me when I'm talking about it, I'm passionate. But they're unsophisticated, and they misinterpret the nature of my passion. And they think, oh, like, he's gonna chimp out if I say this demonstrably blatant lie about history. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, I see straight through you, and it's only your arrogance and your laziness that keeps you putting my message and my argument inside of like the guys who are like, you just watch so much CNN and I'm like, that's not me. That's not me. You have no idea what my message is, and you're talking trash, and it makes you look a certain way to me. I'm like, you putting this stuff on my thing, I think you have me confused with somebody else. I don't have a blue check. Go find one of them and trigger them with your nonsense. I'm not going to spent a lot of time caricaturing that crowd. When I first started engaging in social media in this way, with this type of material, it was around the time when Zimmerman was acquitted, and when Officer Wilson over the Mike Brown thing. Like, it was during that time period, And I naively believed that because of the nature of the information age, that we were in a special position as a people, and that and I felt naively that all you had to do was talk about it, and that everybody, when we get the where we were, what the knowledge of it is out, then people would see, and they would be, oh my God, I was so wrong. That's what we needed. What I instead found was the art of gaslighting, and the art of fabricating a racist narrative, a self-serving racist narrative, and trying to pull me into it and keep the argument inside of that fabricated narrative bubble. And when I saw them doing that, where you would step over the facts of history, you would step over truth and hold on to that. Once I saw that demonstrated by friend and foe alike, then I became the functional equivalent to enlightened in this space. And then I understood. And in order to get there, I did chimp out. I had an absolute fury. It was the death of the old me. And I was resurrected as a political cartoonist who had not yet found his voice, but I was getting there. But once I saw that it is not about truth, it's about the protecting their team, protecting their dominant position at all costs, and I was their preferred prey. Economic exclusion and economic oppression of the Black American former slave class is why that group is where they are for the last 400 years. And they do not want to let it go. And it's not a matter of, oh, if you just have to put yourself in these people's shoes. They already know what it was like being in my shoes. That's the group whose idea it was to make me the permanent bondsman class. For 1,000 years in old Europe, they were their own bottom caste. And they saw the United States of America as a new beginning for them. Let's put these people who are clearly markedly physically different in the bondsman class, and let's you and me partner and become the aristocracy. They already know what it's like to sit in my shoes, and they did that to me on purpose. And that's what I'm dealing with. So when they talk, I would be a fool to take anything they say seriously. This is the fiend of legend. And when there's few things more offensive than the fiend pretending to be my friend. He is not my ally. In order to be there, such monumental change would have to take place. And we are nowhere near in that place. So, you can post your little comments under my thing. When they get too crazy, I'm just going to delete them. They don't mean anything to me. They have little value. I'm not going to fill my entire backlist of cartoons caricaturing you monkey boys. I'm not. Every now and again, I'll tickle myself with a concept and go ahead and draw it. But I'm not filling up my thing with you. You are the Goomba, the low level Goon Squad. You could try. You could, keep posting your stuff and trying. It might be amusing, but I'm not wrapping my whole thing around you. I need bigger fish up that the rank order. I'm looking for different, more challenging arguments. Those guys are a lot more careful at hiding their hand. So it's rare to have like deep conversations with the people up there. But I have some. There's some in my blog. I've caught some of them. I'll get more. Because you're all monologue like you're a cartoon villain. Sometimes you can't help yourself, like the one I caught the other day, just running this damn mouth. Look at you. They gonna hate you. All right. Till the next one. Peace.